Hello students, your topic for today is Rajasthan Rent Control Act 2001, Chapter 3. So the first section is section 8, that is covering tenancy. Section 9 is also covering tenancy. So let's start with section 8. Section 8 is the limited period tenancy. In this, a landlord may let out the premises for residential purposes for a limited period that is not exceeding 3 years, and in such cases the landlord and the proposed tenant shall submit a joint petition before the rent tribunal for permission to enter into the limit period tenancy and for grant of certificate for recovery of possession. The rent tribunal shall grant permission immediately and issue certificate for recovery of possession of such premises executable on expiry of the period mentioned in the certificate. However, such permission shall not be granted for more than 3 times for the same premises. Proviso for this is that the certificate for recovery of possession that is issued in this section shall lapse if petition for execution thereof has not been filed before the tribunal within 6 months from the date such certificate becomes executable. Then section 9 is about the eviction of tenants. In this, there is nothing is contained in any other law or contract, but subject to other provisions of this act, the rent tribunal shall not order eviction of tenant unless it is satisfied that first, the tenant has neither paid nor tendered the amount of rent due from him for 4 months, provided that the ground under this clause shall not be available to the landlord if he has not disclosed to the tenant his bank account number and name of the bank in the same municipal area in the rent agreement, or by a notice sent to him by the registered post acknowledged due. Provided further that no petition on the ground under this clause shall be filed unless landlord has given it notice to the tenant by registered post acknowledged due demanding arrears of rent, and the tenant has not made payment of arrears of rent within a period of 30 days from the late of service of notice. Explanation: for the purposes of this clause, the rent shall be deemed to have been tendered when the same is remitted through money order to the landlord for properly addressing the same. B. The tenant has willfully caused or permitted to be caused substantial damage to the premises. C. The tenant has, without written permission of the landlord, made or permitted to be made any construction which has materially altered the premises or is likely to diminish the value thereof. Then D is that the tenant has created a nuisance or has done an act which is inconsistent with the purpose for which he was admitted to the tenancy of the premises, or which is likely to affect adversely and substantially the landlord's interest therein. Then the tenant has assigned or has sublet or otherwise parted with the possession of the whole or pale of the premises without the written permission of the landlord. F. The tenant has renounced his character as such or denied the title of landlord, and the latter has not waived his right or condoned the conduct of the tenant. G. The premises were let out for residential purposes but have been put to commercial use wholly or partially. H. The premises were let out to the tenant for residential purposes by reason of his being in the service or employment of the landlord, and the tenant has ceased to be in such service or employment. HI. The premises are requited reasonably and bona fide by the landlord for the use or occupation of himself or his family, or for the use of occupation of any person for whose benefit the premises are held. G. The tenant has built or acquired vacant possession of or has been allotted suitable premises adequate for his requirement. K. The premises have not been used without reasonable cause for the purpose for which they were let for a continuous period of 6 months immediately preceding the date of petition. Or L. The landlord has been required by any authority under any law to abate the overcrowding of the premises, or M, the landlord requires the premises in order to carry out any building work. um, I is this that at the instance of state government or a local authority in pursuance of an improvement scheme or development scheme, or because the premises became unsafe or unfit for human habitation. Then section 10 is about the right of landlord to recover immediate possession in certain cases. So this is when that notwithstanding anything to the contrary contained in this act or any other law for the time being in force or any contract or usage, a landlord shall, and on a petition being filed in this behalf in the rent tribunal, he is entitled to recover immediate possession of a residential premises if he a is or was a member of any armed forces or parliamentary forces of the Union, and oversight petition is filed within 1 year prior to the subsequent to the date of retirement, release, or discharge, as the case may be, or within a period of 1 year from the date of commencement of this act, which is late, whichever is later. B, if he is or was an employee of a central government or a state government or a local bodies of state-owned corporal irons and files the oversight petition within a period of 1 year prior to or subsequent to the date of his retirement, or within a period of 1 year from the date of commencement of this act, whichever is later. C, if he has become a senior citizen and files the oversight petition after the expiry of 3 years from the date of letting out of the premises. Clause 2 of this is this, that a dependent legal representatives of a landlord who was a member of any armed forces or parliamentary forces of Union and has died during the course of his employment shall, on petition being filed in this behalf in the rent tribunal, be entitled to recover immediate possession of the residential premises if the petition is filed by him within a period of 1 year after the death of such member, or within a period of 1 year from the date of commencement of this act, whichever is later. Then after the death, third clause is this, that after the death of a landlord, his widow shall, on petition being filed in this behalf in the rent tribunal, be entitled to recover immediate possession of the residential premises if the petition is filed by her within a period of 1 year from the date of death of her husband. Then clause 2 is this, that where the landlord has let out more than one premises, the petition under subsection 1 shall be maintainable in respect of one rented premises only, to be chosen by the landlord, and petition under subsection 1 shall be maintainable only if the petitioner is not residing in his own premises in the same municipal area. Third, where a landlord, after letting out his premises on the ground floor, has incurred such permanent disability due to which he is unable to use staircase and requires the ground floor premises for his own residence, he shall, on a petition being titled in this behalf in the rent tribunal, be entitled to recover the immediate possession of such ground floor premises on his furnishing a certificate from duly contributed medical board of a government hospital about such a permanent disability, and on satisfying the rent tribunal that he has not suitable residential premises of his own on ground floor in his possession in the same municipal area. Fourth clause is this, where the landlord has recovered possession of a premises under this section, he shall be prohibited from letting out the same to any other premises within a period of 3 years, and in case the premises are let out, the tenant shall be entitled for restoration of possession on an application moved by him before the rent tribunal, and the rent tribunal shall dispose of such application expeditiously, and procedure as laid down in section 16 shall mutatis mutandis apply. That's all. Thank you.